Proverbs. I hitch a ride to Glasgow for no reason. I check into a dingy shared hostel room where I meet a wanderer from Iceland. He tells me stories about wading in cold waters. His hands are veined and strong. He's just got a divorce. He came to Glasgow with a friend who stole his dough. He works as a security guard sometimes. He's out of cash, but he knows the city's secrets, its dives of damnation. We go out drinking that night. Glasgow's rough and ready. I don't remember much save for hustling our way into a private gig at a bar. There's music inside and the band's playing some wicked American funk. They're white and peachily Scottish and they call themselves the Confederation of the Disco Pimps. I laugh and smoke cheap drum. The Icelander plays wet behind the ears. I'm a gullible fool and I pay for his drinks. We head back to the hostel, eating cheap Chinese takeaway. The next morning I wake up to find the whaler gone with my little duffel bag. I walk the streets of the old town and I find a little cafe with little old ladies who look at me like I'm a strange alien. I take out my dog-eared notebook and start to write. The alien writes poems about a poet who loved Blake and took his proverbs from hell a bit too seriously. The road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom was his favorite. And so the poet spent his years making this his mantra. He starts smoking dope as a kid, hitchhikes through the known galaxy like a beaten soul. He discovers Rimbaud and Genet and Burroughs, slits his veins with dynamite street jazz, lacquers his eyes with Greek mythology. He cultivates androgyny as a polemical gesture. He takes what he can get, sleeps with whatever's open. In the midst of such hard living, he forgets to write. There are little rat-curved lines here and there, a few aphorisms like, when in doubt, fuck a cat with horns, but there's little of substance. And so one day, he decomposes. The black coffee in front of me, black as the devil, as hot as hell, as sweet as a girl, so said the teacher once, is cold. The little old ladies are gone. It's time to go home. I hitchhike my way back to the big smoke, which is pretty smoky. I spend the day sleeping or looking at clouds and smoking reefer, some sticky stuff called lemon from the streets of Mile End from a chap called the Candyman. He sells me stuff in bags with Batman signs and naked girls. I go back to my tiny cold room, which has no heat, get inspired by the sound of that great London creature, the mouse, and I continue writing. I start dreaming eerie London dreams. I see whales floating over Whitechapel, dolphin dopamine. I see a little girl open the palms of her hands to reveal a floating diamond and a dead crow eaten by tiny red ants. I dream of a man on a beach, a great moon mountain Union Jack planted behind him. Through the cut of a camera shot, we see a family slitted through house fences. The sun, busy old fool, is out in force. As they smile, beaming towards my fish-eye lens, we hear a voice that could be the thunder of a pagan god. And who did we build this England for? It asks over and over and over and over again. The silent movie melts slowly to a heap of skulls, fade away, reappear. Next morning when I awake, I feel I have grown as big as a dinosaur, as sly as a robot. I hover over the canal by the bridge. I remember something that Borges once said, but the exact words slip away, slip away, slip away.